All right, this is part 2. I had a phone call, how Satan works, but I'm just going to read Matthew 6 and 8 in the NLT again. It says, "Don't be like them, for your Father knows exactly what you need even before you ask him." Right? Then it's going to go into the Lord's Prayer. But I want to get this important verse, this important precept here. I want to grab this important precept in regards to prayer. This is an important chapter too. It's not saying that any other chapters aren't important, but this one goes over order. So I'm gonna just start at the top in 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. It says, "Be followers of me, even as I also am of the anointed." All right, that's what Christ means. In Hebrew, it's Hamashiach. In verse 2, it says, "Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is the anointed, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the anointed is Yahweh." All right, so it just broke down the order of, Yahweh Shai, the man, and then the woman. Okay? Because let's think about it. A woman, all right, serving her man is like a man serving Yahweh Shai, which Yahweh Shai and us as well is serving Yahweh. See, there's an order to it. But continuing on, verse 4, "Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head." Okay, so a man is not supposed to cover his head. He's not supposed to wear a hat, a do-rag whenever he's praying or whenever he's prophesying for a man. Verse 5, "But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, okay, dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven." You see? So it'll be like if she had a bald head. See, it's a shame. It's a shame for a woman to not have hair on her head. And it was highly, highly considered in ancient times when westernization wasn't a thing. But here it is today. You got women cutting their hair because they're bugging out. But you could read on verse 6. "For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered." See that? It's going to continue on. Matter of fact, how about this? Let's go to, we'll read another translation. The other translations just make things a little bit clearer. 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 5 in the New Living Translation. "But a woman dishonors her head if she prays or prophesies without a covering on her head, for this is the same as shaving her head." And when it says when a woman prophesies, it's not talking about her going on the streets and evangelizing and doing all of that stuff. No, it's really when she receives a vision, a dream, and she tells her husband. All right, and then the husband is the one that goes out and tells the revelation of that dream. Verse 6 says, "Yes, if she refuses to wear a head covering, she should cut off all her hair. But since it is shameful for a woman to have her hair cut or her head shaved, she should wear a covering." Okay. I'll just read verse 7. It says, "A man shall not wear anything on his head when worshiping, for a man is made in God's image and reflects God's glory, and women reflect man's glory. For the first man didn't come from woman, but the first woman came from man. And man was not made for woman, but the woman was made for man." All right, but that's going into the order of how a household or relationship should go. But I'll give you kind of like how I pray. When I pray, I start off saying Barakatah Yahweh, which means bless you, Yahweh. And then I say, Barakatah, Yahweh Shai. I say, bless you, Yahweh Shai. And I say, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the Heavenly Father and the name of His Son. And then I just start speaking. I'll speak in some Hebrew, or I'll speak in some English. All right. But thing is, you gotta make sure you ask in faith. All right. This is James chapter 1 and verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not. So wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge. Okay. It says, and it shall be given him, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. So whatever you ask of, you got to make sure you're asking in of faith. All right? Got to ask of faith. You have to believe it. Okay? I could probably bring out one more verse. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:17. It says, pray without ceasing, meaning constantly pray. Constantly pray. David was he was rising up early in the morning, facing the east. He'd pray about 3 times, probably more, but pray without ceasing. Don't stop praying. Praying is basically our only way to speaking, to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and asking things of him. But, Lord willing, it was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.